hang out.
I like it. It's cute. Thanks. Perfect. I like it.
How's that look?
I think that looks nice.
Are we straight? Is the camera straight?
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet.
Perfect.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Do I need to spell my name?
Actually, how do you say your last name? That's a real, that's real.
You know how you do the interviews, though, when you go into, with KGACO or KGC? Yeah. They're like, okay, now spell your name. It's Montagriff.
Mine's always easy because I say R-I-C-E like rice, like the food. It was like every time Will makes fun of me because I always say rice, like the food. All right, we good? We running?
Okay, yeah, I think you're good.
Sweet.
Sweet.
All right,
Don't forget, give me a little clap sync before you start.
Oh, yeah. Skylar says we have to go 1, 2, 3 and clap so we know. 3. So ready? 1, 2, 3, clap. Okay, so this is super raw, super basic.
I love it.
Like I said, we're going to ask a couple of questions, but for mostly, I just want to kind of get to know you. I was thinking about the first time I met you and I came into Title and you had on red pants, you had on a little black and white striped shirt and red glasses and you were the cutest human I'd ever met and I was like, oh my God, immediately connected with you, right from that. So introduce yourself a little bit. Okay. Say your last name because I'm going to screw it up. So who are you?
Kendall Montagriff.
Okay.
From Abstract and Title. I was not born in Grand Junction, but raised in Grand Junction.
Where were you born?
Most of my life here. Denver.
Okay.
We moved here when I was 5. My parents wanted to get out of a big city and raise my brother and I in a small town, and this is where they chose. My dad bought the house. My mom hadn't even seen it.
That's classic.
Yes.
That's also a lot of confidence.
Yeah.
Of you do that. Yeah. I wouldn't even let my husband buy a plant without checking with me first.
Yeah. So bought the house. We lived in it most of my life till after I actually graduated high school, and then they built something. But
what school did you graduate from?
I went to Fruita.
Okay.
I'm a Fruita girl.
So you know a bunch of people. I mean, old schoolers.
Old schoolers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been around here for a long time. Left for a little bit to go to CSU, but came back and graduated from Mesa University, or what was it then?
I think it
Colorado Mesa University.
Yeah, Colorado. What?
No, it's CMU now.
Mesa
State.
Just Mesa. Yeah,
it was Mesa State. Good old Mesa State.
Why did you choose to come back and raise a family and do life here?
I just loved the community itself, and also I was very close with my family. So I kind of wanted to stay. My parents were older, so I wanted to stay with them, and I enjoyed hanging out with them. My mom was my best friend until she passed. We did so much together. I talked to her 2 or 3 times a day. So for me, it was raising kids close to my parents so that they would have that relationship, and I liked Grand Junction. I liked the small town. Fort Collins was great, but it was also a lot going on, and I wanted to focus on school, and that was my big thing.
When you did move from the small town of Fruita all the way to Junction. When we moved here 20 years ago, I'm originally from Southern California, and I told people that we lived in Fruita and we were driving to Junction. They go, "You drive all the way to Grand Junction?" Isn't that so funny?
It's crazy how they think. Yeah.
Okay, so a little bit about your career and stuff before Abstract.
Yeah.
What, tell me, first tell me, what was your first job you ever had?
So out of college, my first
No,
job.
Did you have a job before that one?
Okay, yes. Oh, this is a good one. So when I was 15, I went and interviewed for, it was called Gumballs. It was a little candy store in Clock Court in the Mesa Mall. Gal interviewed me, hired me, and then found out I was only 15. So she kind of panicked because you had to go get a worker's permit. Right. She didn't know how to handle it.
Yeah.
She was like, "I thought you were so much older." I'm like, "Nope, I'm only 15, but I need a job. So can you please give this job to me?"
How many old people are working in a candy shop?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. So I went and got my worker's permit, and that was my first job. It was fun.
What did you learn at that first job?
I learned money skills because you get a paycheck and you think it's this big thing, and all of a sudden it's gone before you even get it.
Yep.
I learned time management because I had to be there on time. I learned to keep active and productive and moving throughout the job because it could get really boring washing candy bins and changing bins out. I learned yeah, that's, I mean, all of those things, I guess. I don't know that some kids growing up these days want those jobs early, and there's a lot of them that I feel just don't. And I wanted that job. I wanted my own money, my own independence. I wanted to go buy something, and my mom and dad couldn't tell me that I couldn't have it. I wanted to go get my nails done, and my mom and dad didn't say, no, you can't, because we're not going to pay for it. It was my money. I can go do whatever I want to do with it.
Right.
So.
Okay, so then you went to college.
Yep.
And I'm sure you had like a bunch of like different little jobs.
Waited tables, loved that. Worked at the Texas Roadhouse. That was fun.
I loved waiting tables too.
I loved it.
Like I think like either fast food or waiting tables, or I was like a barista. Being a barista was one of my favorite, because it's like being a sober bartender.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
If you see your same repeat people, and I know that they come back to see their waiters or their waitresses as much as the food, sometimes even more so.
Yeah.
Okay, so then you went to college. What did you go to college for?
I went to college for marketing business. Business marketing. Yeah.
I guess that works.
Yeah. It's funny though. I wanted to be a school teacher, and so thankful that I was not, because COVID taught me how I am not a stay-at-home parent school teacher.
Yeah.
I couldn't have handled it.
What grade did you want to do?
Kindergarten.
Oh.
Even more so.
Yeah.
Was not my thing.
That's before you have kids too.
Yes,
You're like, it'd be so fun. It's just to hang out with kids all day, and then you have them.
all
You're
day.
like, or I can support the kindergarten
I'll
teachers.
just support the teacher.
Okay, so you went to school and you did marketing, and then start from there, kind of.
So my first job out of college was I was a store manager of the Gap in the mall, and quickly realized I didn't want to work retail. I didn't want to work every night, every weekend. So I applied for a title company, and that was my first job out of college. I take my big job. Yeah. So I was 24 years old. I took the long route in getting through school. I think I was 23 or 24. And I worked for a little title company that's no longer around. And yeah, I loved it. It was fun being out there marketing.
So you only did the marketing for title. Have you ever done that? Like, I mean, you've been a closer and stuff too, so you've done the title work also.
I've done the closing side of it, especially during the refi boom. I did a lot of closings then. It's not my favorite thing. I do love the customer interaction, but I'm not a shuffling papers, and I'm not a numbers person. So doing the actual typing up all that stuff and being a closer, I give them so much credit because they have so many things to manage.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not my thing.
And title is fairly dry.
But I love it.
Yeah, and you guys have actually made title somewhat exciting,
Fun.
which is great.
I think it's great. I think every new contract that we get, it's like being a private investigator, right? Because you get to start from the very beginning and work your way up. And I love that. I love looking to see why something is the way it is,
But not enough to do it all the time.
But not enough to do it all the time. But people say, Gar always says, usually marketing doesn't enjoy title, the actual search. I actually enjoy the search. I don't want to be the escrow side.
So tell me why you went into marketing. Like, have you always been a social, relational person?
Yes.
So like in third grade, what would your teacher say about you? Like on your...
That I talked all the time.
I got that too. Like I went back and I looked, and it's like, she's a social butterfly. Yes. Little did we know that was a skill we would be using.
Yeah, and my kid has it too. He's the biggest social butterfly.
He is?
Yes. So
did you always organize? Were you also like the organizer of everything?
Yep. Yeah. I loved doing that stuff. Yeah. Growing up, organizing the school functions or the parties or stuff at home, Christmas. Like I loved doing that.
Did you participate in like student council? And were you one of those? Actually, I'm curious. Were you were you a good kid or not a good kid?
No, I was not a good kid.
I wasn't a good kid either.
You know what? My mom and dad though thought I was a really good kid.
That's what we were just
really
talking about.
Good at making it look like I was a good kid.
Respectful to my parents.
Yes, absolutely.
That's what I think that this generation, that they're just so open with their stuff.
Yeah.
At least I kept mine on the DL. Yeah. I showed up to school and I did it, but I wasn't necessarily a good kid.
I think my dad knew more of because my dad wasn't the best kid, I don't think either. I think my dad knew more about what I would do on my social hours than my mom did. But yeah, I was not a good kid.
Also relational.
Yes.
Marketing.
Yes.
Networking.
I was always at the party. You could always find me at a party. School function, dance, I was always there. Pep rallies. I thought it was so much fun. Like, I just loved that stuff. I didn't do student council. I don't know why I didn't ever do it, but maybe it just in that generation wasn't as cool. I think it would have been fun if I would have done it. But
which is interesting because you're so involved in like the association, and I think now that we're not anymore, we can do those things because we don't have to like follow. Like now we can follow the rules. It doesn't like stifle our creativity as much. Okay, so you went into marketing. And you were over in Denver. How'd you end up getting back here?
So I actually came back from CSU and graduated from Mesa, and then stayed here. And career-wise. So I did work for that title company for a little bit, and then I went and worked for MDA. The Muscular Dystrophy Association, which I loved. I worked for a nonprofit for over 10 years, and it was the most amazing, heart-wrenching job I've ever had. Like, I loved it. Wasn't there, obviously, for the money because it's a nonprofit. I was there for the families and the relationships that I developed. I still talk to those families today, and watching the kids go to summer camp and graduate high school, and just being a part of their growth and their maturity, and the things that they didn't think were possible for them to do because of their disabilities that now are teachers or out in the society doing big things that I am so excited about, and I'm so excited that I got to be a part of that experience for them.
What did you learn? What do you think is one of the biggest things you learned in that role? One professionally, and one just personally.
I think they go hand in hand. So people come first. That's what I learned. When I first started at MDA, it was very transactional, right? Because I came from business. Like, you got to get it done. You got to meet your goals. You got to do this. You got to do that. Like, it was all about the business. And they were like, no, wait. It is about the business, right? Because we have to raise money to support all of these programs for our families. But it's about the families. Like, get to know their families. Ask them how they're doing first, or ask how your sponsors are doing first. Get to know them so that they, you feel a connection and you want to help each other. And so I think that's where I took that different step in my different approach on how I handle sales and businesses. It's not transactional. It's about
100%.
The relationship, because the relationship will last a very long time, and it will only last. It's not done just at that transaction. It continues to the next one and the next one and the next one, whatever that be. It be business or personal, right? Because everything in life, we forget that we're human. And yes, we have to support our families, but we also have to support our families in that role of being a supportive person and being there for when they need someone or they want to talk to you about what's going on in their lives. And that's what I feel like I've developed, is all of these relationships, whether you are using our title company or not. It doesn't really matter. I want to know about you. I want to know how you're doing. I don't want to always just be, hey,
transactional.
Yes, give me that sales. Give me that next deal.
So they don't necessarily. I think they teach that better in marketing now, but I don't believe that that's how marketing was kind of taught before. So how did you, one, build the trust of whoever you were working for to say, trust me in this one. This is how I do it. Give me an opportunity. Like, how did you communicate that? Because I feel like you're like Abstract is one of the ones who has kind of changed how we do marketing based off of seeing your guys' results. So how did you push that? How did you explain that? And how did they give you that opportunity to allow you to do marketing and business the way that you do?
Again, I don't go in and ask for the sale right away. And maybe that's something that could hurt. It's not everybody's forte, right? I go and get to know you as a person. I ask questions about your family, about your growth, about your development, about the things that you've done in your life. You were a naughty kid. You were a good kid. How are your kids doing in school? How's your mom? How's your dad? Those things. I love to give hugs. I love to embrace people. I love to let them know that maybe we're not working together right now. That doesn't mean we're not going to work together in the future. I want to know about you. So it's every time I see them, it's not, where's that deal? Are you going to give me that deal? What are we doing? How do I get your business? It's more, how do I get your friendship? How do I get your trust? How do we begin to, grow together within a personal and a business relationship?
What about, like, your leaders or company owners when they're kind of laying out, oh, look at my watch is unclipped. That would have been a disaster. When they're talking to you about, okay, what is your marketing plan? And you're like, we're going to have
a parties.
Like, how did you explain that? Because I think a lot of times our owners, our leaders, those ones, they're maybe more analytical thinking. Because, right, you said, like, I'm not good at the numbers. It's not like my forte. But I'm good with people.
I'm good with people.
So how have you communicated with those leaders or those people above you or company owners of, like, give me a chance to try it this direction, or explaining your marketing style?
It's about trust, right? They have to trust me. I have to trust them. Give me an opportunity to prove what I'm doing is working. I think that's how we've done it. I think they've seen it through the growth. I don't know that it was necessarily, because we have different programs within our company that they do want us to do, right? That they've asked us to do. And a lot of those I do because they do work, right? So there are still those transactional pieces, those pieces that I have to be accountable for within the calls. But it's, again, how you do it and how you bring both of those together. So I think we've shown them, or I've shown them, or Gar's shown them, that you can do both. You can ask for that deal or that close, because that's the big thing. Ask for the close. Ask for the close. Did you ask for the deal? But you can do it in a way that it's, okay, maybe it's not today, but tomorrow or the next day, or when you think of me, or let me show you what we can do. Because not everybody that even brings us or doesn't bring us business uses us as a title company, but uses us for other sources like marketing. But building that trust, okay, let me give you an opportunity, right? And that is hard. I guess I don't have a straightforward answer on this is what we've done. But we've shown them through the progress of the last 4 years. If we give, we get back. And that's what we do. We are giving to the industry. We're not just the party people, but we have fun. We want our staff to have fun with the industry. It's not just, okay, you came in and did a closing, or I got the call on this tough deal, or we get that time in those barbecues to where we can relax and actually chat with one another, outside of, even though it's still in our backyard, but outside of what's going on day-to-day business. We can forget that transaction within those 4 walls and outside enjoy our backyard and have a sandwich or a cup of coffee or a taco, and enjoy it. I mean, just have fun with each other.
Well, and I think that's even that, like, teacher portion, right? That's why schools have spirit days, and they have that, like, the monotony of every single day can get to be a lot, and just breaking it up to have fun and to slow down, and because I think that's where relationships are built. Absolutely, is in the fun. And I'm told often that you're such a great cheerleader, but that's not what it is. Just there has to be a break from the seriousness of life. So how did you start integrating, like, when you came in, because I have seen you guys change over the last 4 years. When did you start really pushing towards, let's come from a place of contribution? Because I truly believe you give more to me than I give to you, whether that be through education or really just kindness. But you seem to come from a place of contribution and from a place of collaboration in an industry that can be very, very competitive. Why have you chosen collaboration?
I think it's because, again, we need to give back, right? We need to help you grow so we can grow. We look at every opportunity to do that, and we want to be involved in the community, not just real estate community, but the community itself, right? Like, that's why we do the back to school drive. I love the opportunity to give back to the schools, Big Give. We do a lot of, we support the rodeo. We just support a lot of different things. Peach Festival. We do a lot of those things because it's not just supporting the real estate community, it's supporting the community that we live in. And those aren't necessarily where we even get all of our direct customers from, right? Like, We don't get it. You drive that business to us, not necessarily the general public, but by supporting both of those, we're giving back.
Yeah.
And I love that part about us.
It's a conscious choice to
Yes.
lose potential revenue to give
back. Yeah.
I mean, when there is a balance, and as the industry has changed, and like sometimes there's slow seasons, I haven't seen you guys slow in the way that you feed into us as agents and the way that you feed into your community. Even that, how do you guys weigh that when some people are like, we're not going to do advertising right now, we're going to pull back on our marketing? How have you continued to know, like, through this season it will come back? How is that even a thing?
So that's what, I mean, marketing 101, right? When things are slower, that's when you dig deep and you go deeper.
Talk about that a little bit more.
When things are busy, sometimes, it's easy to throw money at stuff, but you don't see where that money is going, right? Because you're so busy. When you are slow and you make conscious decisions on the things that you are going to support and to continue to support, that's when you need to do it more. I feel like that's when you need to give back more, because there are programs that are needing more because we're slower,
right?
And we want to make sure to help those. We want to make sure that they don't dwindle or go away. So again, it's just that marketing 101. You start doing more when things are slower. That's when people, it's interesting because that's when people will pull their sales, or they'll pull their marketing, and that's like the biggest mistake you can make.
That's like the number one thing that people do is it's like kind of a holding those, kind of squirreling your nuts a bit, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't think about that. That is a time to dig in, and what doesn't cost anything is human connection.
Yes.
So if you're going to maybe pull mailers or flyers, then dig into person to person, because this is very free, what we're doing right now, right? That's interesting. Okay.
Classes, we love to do education.
That's what I was say, education.
We love education. Any opportunity to have education, we want to support that because that supports you as agents. So any opportunity that someone comes to me and is like, hey, I want to do this class. What do you think? It's like, let's try it. What's the worst that can happen? Bringing people together, collaborating with people, finding new ideas, getting new ideas out there. That's great. Bring it on in. We have that classroom, which is an amazing thing. We have used that for, there are some Bible study groups that use the education room. We have dance teams that use it. Like people offer, we have some nonprofits that use it. Because I don't have any meeting space. So we will, chat with them and figure out what they're needing.
Was that intentional when you guys got that space? Like, did you envision that?
Yes.
And that was part of the plan?
That was part of the plan.
Okay.
Yep, that was part of the plan.
And
using that space, I don't like when that space sits empty. I mean, it's nice when my office was out there.
But you're not out there anymore.
And not out there anymore. I'm back inside, which I love. I love it because when people drive up and I can see them park, and then I'm like, oh, I can see them through the window, and then I go out and say hi. So I love that.
How do you recharge your body? As kind of an extrovert, as a relational person, I think it's hard to be on all the time, right? Because that does become part of your brand, right? It's like
absolutely.
The happy one, the great.
Yeah.
How do you recharge to be able to stay with that? Because I think it can get exhausting.
It can get exhausting. Yeah. Good sleep at night. My family.
You do get good sleep
I
at
love
night?
to sleep. My if you ask my husband, he will tell you that my sleep is the priority for everything for me, and it is because again, we are on all the time.
Yeah.
I like to go home and just sit and be by myself for a little bit, and that is the hard part with my family is that sometimes I'm like, okay, guys, I got to just debrief from the day because I was on so much today, or give me a few moments, read my book, or take just my time to veg out.
Do you ever sit in your driveway and kind of like death crawl before? I saw something, it was like, I don't know, a TikTok or whatever. It's like, you may have adult ADHD if you do this. And I was like, I mean, I didn't get through the TikTok because obviously my ADHD. I was like, stroll to the next one. But it's the same thing. I have to take a little beat. I don't think that people wear different. I want people to know my work me and my outside me is the same. But I do think we hone into different pieces of us, and there has to be like a little transition, like a little beat in between of where I can kind of switch. Okay, so you read book. What kind of books do you like?
I like them all. Romance, like I like them all. Anything that any of the girls that I work with, Kimmy used to come in and with books all the time, and I would love to just see what she was reading. And then I'm like, okay, let me try it out. Like, I don't think I have a certain genre that I stick to. I just, if it's something that I'm feeling for the moment, then I can't put it down. I just want to continue reading till it's done.
If the book is not engaging, will you bail out on it, or do you have to finish?
Oh, it's gone.
Dude, that's the worst.
I have a
part
whole
about book
tote
clubs.
for books.
Yeah, like if you don't get me in the first 2 chapters, I actually don't care how it finishes.
No.
I just move on.
I just move on.
Do you binge any shows?
Yeah.
If you could binge, like if it's like today's the day, I'm sinking in. What do you binge?
I knew you were going to ask me that. Now I can't even think about it. There's so many, and there are some that are like, I don't want to call them kid shows, but like the teeny bopper kid show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was that college one with the ice skater recently.
Oh, the hockey one?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, my
Loved
daughter
it.
got me hooked on it. In the first episode, I was like, this is so lame.
Yeah.
And then I stayed the whole way through it. I got super invested. Do you find your shows are relational shows too?
Yes.
Are you like a reality TV person?
Love reality TV. Really.
Did you watch talk shows back in the day?
I did.
Yeah.
Do you ever remember ditching school and watching Jerry Springer?
Absolutely.
You watched The Wheel of Fortune, or not Wheel of Fortune, what's the other one? Price is Right. Days of Our Lives. Like, that was my
Remember
day.
when Marlena got possessed?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that was epic.
That was a good one.
When I saw you with your red glasses immediately, I was like, Sally Jesse Raphael, right? Yeah, I loved, classic. Are you Gen X also? Were you kind of a latchkey kid, or did you come home to, like, was family at home, or did your parents both work?
My parents both worked.
Okay, so
I came home and watched whatever I wanted.
Like Oprah.
Yeah. Oprah.
Jenny Jones. And like, it was the time, and I think that's where a lot of us got our kind of like psychology of how to get to know people and how we kind of learned the world. Yeah. And I think that those talk shows were different before, like the Geraldos and before the Jerry Springers, where it got really salacious.
Yeah.
People were talking about real life and how to figure it, and it was fascinating to me. Because then I would look at the people around and I'd be like, oh, I watched an Oprah on this, Yep. Yeah. I think a lot of our life was measured by that. Yeah. And that's why so many of us do relationships, which is weird, because in our isolation of being latchkey kids, we were seeking out those kind of relationships through doing that. Okay, so you read your books, you do things. Where do you get coached? Like, who pours into you when you're pouring into everybody else?
Podcasts. I love to watch, and then people like you that, are sending out inspirational messages or things that, I can gravitate towards. That's what I like to watch or read or look at or see. I don't have a coach. I go to Gar for a lot. He is a great motivator. He is a great person that when I'm having a rough day or I had a rough experience, I can just go to him and vent. And I think that we have that mutual, right? Like that mutual respect and that mutual, like, he'll come to me and talk to me about different things that he's experienced as well. And so I have a great boss. Yeah. And I think when it starts at the top, and when you have someone that is so good and pure and can help you through just situations that he's just great. So I think that it starts with your leadership for me.
Well, and when they believe in you more than you believe in yourself, or see potential, potential in you that you're like, I can't do that. And they're like, no, go with it. Like, go slay, slay, is so huge.
Yeah, because I come up with some crazy ideas, and he'll be like, all right, this one's going to work. All right, this one's not going to work. And then he'll do the same thing to me. Yeah. Come up with some crazy ideas, and I'm like, I don't know on that one. How about we adjust it a little bit, or move this way with it, pivot it. But we do work very, very well together, and that's what I think is great. I can call him on the weekends when the customer calls me for something, and I know he's going to answer the phone. That trust in him is huge. Yeah. It's very, very big. So
that goes into the next question. Who is someone that really opened up a door for you? And it can be way back, it could be in high school, whatever. Somebody who really opened up a door for you, or saw potential in you that sticks with you.
I think it would be Gar right now.
Yeah.
I was in the mortgage industry before I was hired on with Abstract. I just received my mortgage license probably 4 months before I started with Abstract, and it wasn't a fit for me. It wasn't my jam.
Especially if you don't like numbers.
I don't like numbers. Well, then I should take that. I do like some numbers. I like to see my numbers go up, right? Yeah. I don't like to see how people's finances are. That's just not my thing. But Gar came to me, Gar and Susie, and they said, just come talk to us. And I did, and I went home and I talked to Brandon, and he was like, you already made your mind up. He's like, you've been waiting for an opportunity to get back into sales and marketing for a title company for years now. Like, you've already made your mind up. I'm like, he hasn't even made an offer yet. It was like, you're going. Like, I already know. I'm not going to talk you out of it. Like, you just did.
Isn't it crazy where it actually didn't matter what the offer was?
Nope.
Either. Yeah.
No.
That's kind of how this was. Like, I knew I needed a change. I knew that I had been like praying for something, putting it out into the universe like I want. And then when it drops, I was like, I don't actually even care what the offer is. It's almost just like a little cherry on top of it. It's cool. Who are you opening doors for right now? Who are you feeding into?
You know, I think we have some potential closers that, that we've hired, or some assistants that we've hired that I'm excited about. Like, I'm excited to watch a different generation take over a title, right? I'm excited about that they bring a different perspective and a different work ethic. They can get stuff done super quickly. So I'm excited to watch them. We have a for our industry, we have a younger company, right? Like, and I want to watch them grow and develop and be the leaders. And that's what they're starting to do. It's crazy.
So you get like a happy mama heart about it too. Like, you can sit back and be like, it's almost like a healthy church. You have to have those, like you were saying, you wanted to be close to your parents, and you wanted your kids probably to be close. Like, those multi-generations outside of our industries and inside of our industries. I look around the office and I've got 30-something people who are just getting married and just having babies. And then we have people like Miss Darlene who have been in real estate. She's an OG. You can learn so much from the generation below you and the generation above you. And that energy that they bring too, it's like having those puppies around. I think it kind of keeps us young. And there's certain things I don't want to know how to do. Certain things too, where I'm like, you do that. Like, Skylar's always trying to like teach me stuff, and I was like, no, that's great. I don't need to know. Like, I've learned ChatGPT to like the level I need to, and every day I'm advancing. But there's like certain stuff I'm like, I'm gonna be dead. I don't need to know it. Like you do with that. Yeah. So you're feeding into those ones. What about outside of your industry? Where do you find yourself like either feeding into people or opening doors for them in maybe a different aspect of their life that has nothing to do with business?
I mean, Braden is my son. Braden is the most important thing in my life. And so feeding into him so that he has the motivation to do more with his life, right? I want him he has all these huge dreams. And I think we all did as kids. Mm-hmm. My parents were more of realists, like, okay, yes, dream big, but here's a reality, right? For Braden, I'm like, dream big and go, buddy. Like, go, do it, dude. Like, that's what you should do. You want to be this football player, this D1 wrestler, whatever you want to do. Like, go do it. Don't let it stop you. Don't have the reality that this is where you're going to be. You think you're going to have a house in the back for mom to live in so I can take care of your kids? Do it. Like, don't let somebody crush those dreams for you. Figure out how to get it done and do it. Like, those are the kids. So I think that being there for Braden and all of his support, we travel so much that I don't want to be a crusher. I want to be, and again, my parents were not crushers, but they were realists. And I don't want to be the realist. I want to be the dreamer. I want to be a dreamer for him, so he does something bigger than I did.
That's beautiful. I think with me, both my kids have left. Charlie went right into the Marines after, and Sissy, she's in Nashville. And that was one of the greatest lessons I've learned and one of the hardest lessons I've learned. I mean, we're definitely at that empty nester state of our life. And there's certain times I'm home at night by myself and there's this kind of hurts by myself. And I'm so grateful that they're living their dreams. Like, I'm so grateful that I pushed them. I heard this really cool thing about eagles. Have you ever heard the eagle nest theory? Okay, so eagles, they build their nests, and down in the bottom they put twigs and glass and different stuff, and then they do layers. Then it's sticks, and then it's hay or leaves, and then it's feathers up top. And as the babies get bigger, those layers go down. So by the time they get to the twigs and the glass, they need to go. It gets uncomfortable being in that. And I never wanted my kids to be uncomfortable in their space. If I have to be uncomfortable while they're growing, it's going to be okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, giving your children that opportunity to think past the comforts of what we've created for them is huge. Yeah. And it's okay with it being uncomfortable for us during that. Absolutely too. Absolutely. I never want to, not only just my kids, but other people, I never want to hold them into a place to make myself comfortable that will stifle their growth. I bless agents who leave, I bless agents who come. There's always shifts in what that looks like. Okay, we're going to start to kind of wrap up here a little bit. So some of the questions I'm always going to ask people is, what do you want people, how do I have it phrased? What do you hope people say about you when you're not in the room?
I hope that they know that when I walk in the room, I have a friendly demeanor, they can talk to me. I want people to, I want to be approachable. I want to be that person, not that everybody likes, but that everyone knows, oh, I can have a conversation with her and it's not going to be weird. Whether you work for a different title company and work for a different mortgage, or even at my son's football games. I want to be someone that people can talk to. I always, when I'm walking into a room and there's somebody that maybe kind of makes me feel a little uncomfortable, I want to gravitate towards them so that we can make that line of uncomfortable go away. I just feel like there's no need for that. I hope people say that. She was a friendly person. She was a nice person. She was genuine. It wasn't fake. It wasn't.
Do you like some of those people? Do you like the challenge of almost being able to win them over?
Yes. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah, me too.
I love it. Especially those people that are how did you do that? They're usually so grumpy, or they usually don't talk. Or for me, it's but why? Have you ever asked them why? Maybe they're uncomfortable, and that's why they're in this shell. They're uncomfortable, so they don't know how to be. They're not outgoing like you or I. They're more of an introvert. So let's bring this out of them. Let's talk to them. So yeah, that's a challenge.
And I'm talking because I want to figure out their story.
Yes.
Too.
Yeah.
We were watching Ted Lasso last night. Did you watch Ted Lasso?
I have not watched Ted Lasso.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
you have to watch that.
Okay.
It's super good. But the season 4 has just kind of started, and he came to a new team, and he's trying to figure out the stories behind the girls. Yeah. And the other assistant coach is the stories don't matter behind people. The stories behind people is everything. Whether that's our clients, our coworkers, people we interact. The story behind them creates what they are. Their great parts and their hard parts. Yeah. It's like you get a dog for the pound. When you understand their story behind, or where they came from, or what it is, you change your tactics in how you build a relationship with them too. Yeah. And so I love those ones. When somebody's a challenge, I'm that's actually how I got my husband. He was a little shy. He did not like me when we first started working together, and I kept telling him, you are so gonna fall in love with me. You're gonna like me. Yeah. I don't even know if necessarily I really wanted Will, but the challenge was so there. And then once I won him up, I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna keep you, and I'm never going around. Okay, so you want people to know that you're friendly, and that you're relational, and that you're authentic.
Yes.
I say that about you.
I don't want to be the fake person. I don't want you to ever feel like I had a conversation with you because you're a realtor and I'm a title sales rep. I want you to walk away going, Kendall's my friend, or Kendall's my acquaintance, or Kendall's someone that I can talk to.
and have those and Kendall's going to remember what we talked about. That's a big thing to me as well. Like, you ask people all these questions and then you walk away and then you don't remember the next time you talk to them. I want to remember those moments so that I can ask you, I know why you like Dolly Parton so much. What are you doing? What are you adding to your Dolly? You know what I mean? Like, what is your daughter up to? How is Tennessee? Like, I want you to know that I am genuine in our conversations and what we're doing. That's why I feel like the hugs and the intentional listening, listening more than you speak. Sometimes that's huge. Sometimes we speak too much. We don't listen to what other people are saying. We're coming up with those things to ask next, or to say next, or to interrupt with, because we want to get to this point of, I need to ask you for something, not, I'm genuinely here to just listen to what you're saying or to get to know you.
So they say we have one mouth and 2 ears,
yes.
So we're supposed to listen more
as much as you
can. Do you also find yourself that you can remember somebody's backstory, but you can't necessarily remember their first name? Are you
yes.
good with names?
No, I'm horrible with names.
Me too.
And my son is the best at calling me out on it. We will be in a grocery store and we will be seeing somebody that, I know from work, and I'll ask them all, how things are going. And then we'll walk away and we'll still be within an earshot, and Brayden will go, "Who is that, Mom?" Brayden, can you just wait till we get within a point of, I don't know their name, and you already know I don't remember their name. Like, I'm horrible with names. Yeah, and I've done all those things too, where they tell you like all the different ways to remember. Yeah, nope.
My tell with it is I'll always say, "This is Kendall," and I'm hoping that they'll, do it. My kids figured that out of what my thing is, but I can remember where they grew up, what their dog's name is, but people's names are so hard to me. And then just our final question, I always want to know, what are you working towards? And I don't want it to be professional. For you, what are you working towards?
So my biggest goal in life is for my son to get out of high school, graduate, and be a successful human, right? And not just be a successful human as far as business or financial, but a successful human in contributing to our society and doing things for the good, right? Not just doing things for himself. If I can do that and he can go out into the world and contribute in so many different ways with his big heart, then that's my ultimate goal. That's it. That's all I want to do. We can have all these things keeping up with the Joneses or these material things, but they all go away when we leave. I learned that with my parents. They all go away. My contribution to society is my son, and watching him develop and be this amazing person that he will have a family and do the same thing.
Yeah, see, that makes me have a tear, but that is my greatest joy. Yeah. My jobs are so secondary.
Yes.
My greatest joy is just seeing what they're doing every single day. It's so fun.
Yeah.
And it was so scary too. You don't realize how hard you've been white knuckling through their whole growth. And then once you release a little bit and you're like, oh, I tried really hard to screw them up. And but for the grace of God, they're good humans who are doing more than I ever could have imagined with their greatest hearts. And it's beautiful. All right, well, that's all we've got. That wasn't painful.
No.
Right? Super easy peasy.
Because it's having a conversation with you. I mean, to be honest, this is scary when you say, "Hey, can I interview you?" And then you're like, "No, can I have a conversation? Can we go chat like we do?"
When you're like, "What questions do you ask?" I don't know.
I know. I'm like, "What are you going to do? If you're going to ask me Title 101, please do not. I need to have my backup here so he can step in. But if you're going to ask me anything else,
we'll give some details. So, how do they get a hold of Title? Give this is your little place to share.
If they would love to sit down and have a chat like this with me, call me. I'm at Abstract and Title, and Kendall, and get a hold of me there. Hey, come find me. Come have a burger with me, a taco.
Thanks.
Come hang out with us.
Come to the party.
Come to the parties. The next one is we're gonna have a fall one. It's gonna be
a good
awesome.
one.
Oh, it's gonna be probably the best one. It's gonna be probably
everything.
Oh, pump and maybe some.
Yes.
And it's going to be for kids and family. That's the other thing I love, that we focus on family. We're not just about the industry; it's also family as well. It'll be a family fun event in the backyard. It's going to be.
Well, thank you. Thanks for being my first little conversation on the pink couch.
Absolutely.
Like Kenzie called me and said, "Hey, I saw this advertisement for this pink couch. You need it." And like, there's something about this that I feel like has like transformed my idea of how I want to do.
I think you're doing great.
Life and communication with people. So
You are doing fabulous, Leah. Like, you have come into, this is the best role for you. I think you're a great leader. I think you're a great
but I already
person.
started fire.
But you are. Like, I think that you have come into, I think all of this in your life has led you to here. It's scary and people will do what people will do, but I think your presence and what you're giving and pouring into them, you are fabulous for this.
Thank you. Well, I say we leave it on that one.
Perfect.
So, all right,
I do believe that.
that's all we've got. All right. Thank you guys for hanging out. And it's going to be funny if none of this actually recorded or if we were off time, right? It'll be great.
Skylar will have to do some adjusting. Chat, GPT adjusting.
All right. That's it. Well, thank you.
I love you.